Hey, it's Darren Leith from Remax Camosun here. I just wanted to send you a quick video to show you how to navigate the links to discover some of the features on the MLS Matrix porthole for the supplemental information on any given particular listing. So what will happen is I'm in my email inbox here, and you'll receive a message from me, Darren Leith, and the body of the email may vary from what's written here, but you'll typically get a blue link like this. So what I'd like you to do is just click on to this link, and that'll bring you into the Matrix porthole, this page right here. And on the right-hand side, you'll see that it will list the available listings on the right-hand side, and you can scroll down and scroll up. And you'll also have a map feature. Now keep in mind, if you navigate this on your tablet or handheld device, it will show up slightly different. So do keep that in mind. But for all intents and purposes of this video, I'm going to be showing you how to navigate the Matrix porthole on a desktop. So let's say you've clicked the link, it's pulled up all the listings, and you want to get some more info. So you can just double click on the map and it'll zoom in for you, and you can just drag it however you like. But I'm just going to click on this listing right here in Cordova Bay. And so when I click on the listing, it actually highlights it on the right hand side so you know which one it is. And what you can do is if you double click on that list, if you click onto this listing, it will bring up the property into a larger screen, and then what you can actually do is click onto the supplements. And in this particular case, it's only showing you the floor plan. So that is actually somewhat limited in terms of all the available supplements that would actually come with this listing. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to click the map icon right here. So this is really, really important, and this is why it's a little convoluted and a little tricky. So if you click the map icon here, it'll bring up the map and it'll show this property, only this property on the map. Now if you click the map, it'll bring up this expanded window that shows you the listing and the MLS number. So what I want you to do is I want you to click the MLS number, and then what it will do is it will bring up the full realtor page that you can scroll up and down. It's got all sorts of useful information. This will be the most information you'll ever get on a listing in a feature sheet. But you have to follow these steps and this procedure to get there. It'll even tell you what the commission breakdown here is. On this particular listing, it's 3% on the first 100K and 1.5% on the balance. It even has member-to-member notes as it relates to the listing. This is not something that you would find on Realtor.c or the standardized website. So all sorts of useful information that you can access on the porthole if you follow the steps that I've given you. But for today's lesson, it's about supplements. So we're going to go back to the listing, and you've got Google Maps. This is TouchSpace. Don't worry about that. This is for emails. This is the property history, which will show you the history of the property and how many times it's been on the market and for what it's sold for. So that's handy little bit of information. So I'm just going to close this window, and it's making me go back into this link here. But if you click onto the calculator, it will bring up the property tax record and show you the assessment of the land and the improvements, and show you all the different valuations or assessments over the years. It'll also show you transaction history on the property in this section down here. So very, very useful. But I'm just going to get out of this window too and go back to this link and I want to click on these pages. You see there's several pages that are stacked on top of one another, and if you click that, it will bring up a whole host of supplements for the property. Now, as you know, in the previous demonstration I showed you, it only showed you the floor plan. But in this case, it's showing you the title, the property disclosure statement, floor plans, depreciation report, realtor info, bylaws, rules and regulations, Form B, Schedule A, strata plan. So in terms of like supplements, this is quite a few. You would normally not see that many supplements associated with the property. You might find 4 or 5. But in this case, we have numerous supplements. So what you could do is if you wanted to look at the property disclosure statement, just click that and it's bringing that up for you. And it's all at your fingertips. Feel free to save to your desktop or whatever, or print a copy. That's fine. And so I'm going to sign off here shortly, but this is a great tool if used properly. And what you can do is when you find a property that you like, even before we book a showing to go see it, it's always a good idea to go through the supplements and see if there's anything in here that raises a red flag. Like in this case, there's bylaws. So we could check the bylaws, and maybe we find out in the bylaws for this particular property that you're not allowed pets, but you've got a pet. And so that's just a deal killer. So definitely a worthwhile endeavor to go through the supplements, do a little bit of due diligence before we look at the property. And then if everything checks out here and you're still interested, then my recommendation is shoot me an email, send me a text message, or better yet, call me. We'll talk about the property and a suitable day and time for us to go have a look at it. Anyways, I hope you found this useful and look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.